it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. James Washington from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. After the sack on first down, Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Being chased out left. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. From midfield, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He will find his man Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's caught. It's James Washington. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mixon up the middle. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Another try for Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And
Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Again, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. We'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. working from the gun. It's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guy...
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, pardon.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Yeah, he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow buying time to his left. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A handoff to Mixon. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow out to his left. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They run for it with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the